Welcome back to Courtroom Chronicles, where real-life drama meets real justice. Today's docket is packed, from an assault over neighborhood speeding to street racing showdowns and jaw-dropping behavior in court. We'll break down every shocking exchange, every ruling, and every moment of truth. Who's defending themselves, and who's digging their own grave? Stay locked in because this courtroom session has everything: anger, law, and lessons you won't forget.
Or by the residents in a gated community. Officers made contact with the juveniles, the complaining witnesses, who lived approximately 9 houses down.
As the charges are read, Caroline Pomeroy stands accused of assault causing bodily injury, a serious misdemeanor that can land her behind bars for up to a year. What's interesting here is the setting. A gated community, a disturbance call, and a confrontation between adults and teenagers. Classic cocktail for chaos. The judge's tone? Firm, procedural. But you can already sense that this neighborhood feud is about to get much deeper.
Driver exited the car.
They threw empty seltzer cans at
The teenagers.
At the car that was speeding.
Okay.
Complaining witness and the driver of the car, also juvenile, exited the car to assess damages and see why the adults were chasing them. The defendant approached the complaining witness, accused him of not living in the neighborhood, and accused.
This is where it all begins at the infamous seltzer can toss. A single can, an impulsive move, and suddenly, a simple confrontation escalates into a criminal charge. Legally, even a thrown object that makes contact with a car can qualify as assault with bodily injury if intent and harm are proven. But here's the question. Was this self-defense? Or an overreaction? What do you think? Justified frustration or criminal behavior?
And got to a neighbor's house and sought help. The defendant then came to the complaining witness's house, rang the doorbell, and was screaming for the kids to come outside.
All of which we dispute with the exception of a few facts.
Okay. So you'll get the opportunity to fight your case, obviously. So, Ms. Pomeroy, the only thing I'm going to advise you now is that I'm going to put bond conditions on you. I am going to find that there's probable cause. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with these complaining witnesses and not to be in possession of weapons. That's it.
Is that, Your Honor? Sure. This, not included in the probable cause was your complaining witness coming up to my client prior to anything happening before them, because, first of all, when they were motioning them to slow down in this gated community, they were driving 40 miles an hour through. The complaining witness stuck his head out the car and said, "Go," may I use profanity, Your Honor?
Sure.
"Fuck yourselves."
Sure.
My client, because of that, threw the empty seltzer can, causing no damage. The complainant approached her, accosted her, bumped into her, and said, "I'll fucking kill you and your fucking family." For those reasons,
A reasonable response would be,
I'm not talking about, I mean, we'll get to the guilt or innocence, so she has a right to defend herself when she's run into. But you're right.
Sticks and stones.
He ran into her, Your Honor, made physical contact. But that's not the point of what I'm saying. I agree, we can litigate all this later. I have a real problem with her being ordered, although she doesn't own any handguns or weapons. Her husband does. This guy has threatened to kill her and her effing family. I would ask that bond condition, I don't care if it's on her, but that they not be forced to remove all weapons from their home.
well, I'm just ordering her not to be in possession.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
I mean,
As long
the
as
husband didn't get charged,
household
correct?
continues.
She's the only one that's charged. I don't have any jurisdiction over the husband. You know, for future reference, call the cops. You know, I mean, I think that, you know, they're 16-year-olds. All 16-year-olds act like what? Right, like a bunch of a-holes.
When the juvenile says he was punched in the back of the head, the legal stakes skyrocket. Visible injury, pain rating of 710. Those details matter. That bump on the head could mean the difference between a fine and jail time. The officer's report is damning. But remember, this is still probable cause, not a conviction. The judge's role right now, just to confirm there's enough reason to move the case forward.
Rented out to the outrage of the entire community.
So
He actually lives with his aunt way down the street. My client didn't know that. That's why she asked the question. The only other thing, and I'm sure you'll tell me it's okay for me to have contact with the complainant. I don't really want contact with him other than to give them a no trespassing warning to not come to their house.
Yeah, just be careful because remember, they're 16-year-olds. So when you try to go there, and I'm assuming they're just going to try to butt heads with you like Billy Goat.
I know
So
how to be careful. We actually asked the constable to deliver him. For whatever reason, they declined.
if you get one that declines, go to the next one. Just keep going until someone, at some point you'll get to someone that responds. If one constable says no, just go right up the chain and just keep calling until someone does, right? At some point they will. And just tell them that, we really have a problem with speeding and this kind of problem in the neighborhood, and hopefully someone will listen. Hopefully. So the only other thing that I'm going to advise is that I'm hoping that there's another way out of this subdivision, right?
She lives beyond them, so yes, she goes another way up.
Right. So, I would just try to maintain, because if they call and say, hey, she's harassing me again, what's going to happen? Right. Okay. And I believe it. So for now, I am going to find probable cause. Like I said, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time to come into court, but you must stay in touch with counsel. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I will have you go to Victoria Center, reset. After that, we'll just have you take you to the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go after you sign it. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Luis Fuentes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fuentes, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, I'm sorry, there's a co-defendant that's here also.
Oh, wonderful.
Page 39, Salazar, come on up. There's a third co-defendant also.
Really?
Yes. So Salazar's on 39.
Okay.
And page 48, Barilla.
Wait, what's the last name?
Now the defense steps in and things get heated. The lawyer claims the teens were speeding, shouting profanity, and even threatening Caroline's life. Suddenly, the story flips. This is where courtrooms become chessboards, both sides presenting truths, half-truths, and narratives that tug at emotion. A strong defense move, shifting from aggression to reaction. But does it hold up under scrutiny? You be the judge.
50 in the evening, officers observed a black Camaro line up with a blue Mazda and a silver Acura. All three of these vehicles were observed conducting a roll race in which the three vehicles slowed down to match speeds, lined up in lanes 2, 3, and 4 before accelerating at a high rate of speed in an effort to outpace each other in a competitive manner. Officers in unmarked cars were able to maintain visual on the vehicles until marked units could move in to conduct the traffic fix-ups. Defendant Fuentes was the driver and sole occupant of the silver Acura. Defendant Salazar was the driver and sole occupant of the black Camaro. And Roma was the driver and sole occupant of the blue Mazda.
Do we know what kind of speeds they went at?
It doesn't say if they were on the passes street.
That was recorded, Judge, but they weren't clocked.
Say that again?
They recorded, officer recorded on their cell phone, but they weren't clocked because they didn't have a set detector.
So we have three basically become stationary and then boom, go.
They lined up with each other at the same rolling speed, and then they
And then take off?
distance each other.
Got it. Okay, Mr. Fuentes, Mr. Salazar, Mr. Varela, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on all of your cases. Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Salazar? Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Fuentes, do you have a Texas driver license? Mr. Salazar, do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have a Texas driver license? Okay, I'm going to tell you now that the Texas legislature, as of last year, made it extremely easy for those who get busted with racing to take your cars away from you.
Notice how the judge immediately grounds the conversation. Sticks and stones. That's classic judicial redirection. The court doesn't decide guilt here. It's about probable cause. The judge keeps order while clarifying bond terms and the limits of her authority. For viewers, probable cause means there's reasonable belief a crime occurred, not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Big difference.
in any racing, street takeovers, donuts, or any boneheadedness out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I find that you do this, I will take your privilege to drive away from you permanently, and you will be barred from driving. Same thing goes for you, Mr. Salazar. You are not to participate in any racing, street takeover, donuts, anything of this nature. Reckless driving you do, I will take your privilege to drive away from you permanently. Mr. Varela, this is your second case. I am now taking away your privilege to drive away from you. You will now sign with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care where you're going. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what baby has to go to the hospital. You drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
My only concern is public safety and every single person in Harris County. And when you do something like this, you put many, many lives in danger. You violate this, I'm going to violate you. Do you understand? For now, we are going to reset your cases to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We will have you sign it, and then you will be on your way. You are going to come up here and swear to me that you're not going to drive. Mr. Varela, take note. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what excuse you have. You cannot justify driving for any reason. And like I said, you do. You'll be facing a stiff 6 months in jail. Every time you get into a car, it's an offense in and of itself, punishable. And I'm well within my right to stack it if you do. If you drove here, you may not drive home. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Come up here, swear to this. Gentlemen, if you'd like to go to Victoria, we'll have you sign a reset and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. My question is, was there an affidavit of no driving on file?
This part is golden. The judge turns from legal to parental. For future reference, call the cops. It's rare, but you see her humanity. She knows how neighbor disputes spiral into criminal cases. She even jokes about raising her own teenagers, connecting personally while subtly reminding everyone, the law doesn't care who started it. It cares who crossed the line.
The reason it's not working.
I will tell you now. There was a bond condition for you not to drive. Can you read to me what happened in the felony case, please?
Sure. Officer of patrol, wait, yes, officer of patrol, observed a vehicle drift over a race on Canadian near the intersection of Buffalo Speedway and Holmes, and attempted a traffic stop. The defendant vehicle fled at speeds of 100 miles per hour,
100 miles an hour.
turned off its headlights, ran multiple traffic lights, and hit multiple curbs. The vehicle eventually came to a stop and the defendant was detained. The defendant was obviously the driver.
I don't want to say obviously.
Guess what's happening now?
At this point, they're going to arrest you. That's the case. Yeah.
Not only that, I will now have a hearing as to determine whether I should hold you in contempt. So, oh, do you need a translator? Guys, keep it down, please.
It's a good one to the judge.
Guess what's happening now, Mr. Mendoza? I ordered you not to drive. And what did you do? He goes with you. Okay, what is your name, sir? Lovings?
Page 25, 26.
Thanks. All right, Mr. Lovings, you're charged with indecent exposure and you're charged with evading arrest or detention. On the indecent exposure, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. On your evading, you're facing up to a year in jail. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On July 2nd, 2024, officers met with the complaining witness who stated that she was cutting tree trunks at her home and noticed the defendant sitting on a bench near her residence. The complainant got her mail and then went into her car, and she noticed the defendant approach her car window. The defendant then proceeded to pull out his penis and begin masturbating. The complainant began to call the police. The defendant noticed the complainant on the phone and walked away. When officers arrived, they approached the defendant while in a marked Harris County Constable police car and wearing full uniform. The defendant then confessed to masturbating in front of the complainant to the officer. As the deputy went to detain the suspect took off on foot heading north on Lakeside Estates and then turned west into the backyard of the home. He evaded approximately 450 feet from the intersection. The deputy then deployed her taser and took him into custody.
Had to tase him to put him in custody. Mr. Lovings, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You're on probation for a very, very, very serious offense where you're facing a second-degree felony. The type of offense where if you're convicted, the offers start at 10 plus years. I would be very, very careful because now that you've picked up these two cases, it's very possible that they file a motion to revoke upstairs in the 263rd. Do you understand, sir? I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness and not to go within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? Yes or no?
John.
Take it down. I can't hear you.
John.
I'm also going to put a GPS monitor so I know where you are at all times. Don't go near these people. Do you understand?
John.
Do we know that the felony court has notice of these charges now?
I tried to call the defendant this morning, Your Honor.
When's the last time you've had a full-time job, sir?
A couple months ago.
Doing what?
That's moving team.
Why did you stop?
Because they had a new so they cut me off.
So how are you getting money to eat? Okay, it's time for you to get a full-time job. I am now also making that a condition.
Just when you think the drama's cooling off, the docket explodes. Now we're dealing with 3 defendants in a street racing case. This isn't just traffic. This is criminal endangerment. Each driver faces jail time, hefty fines, and potential vehicle forfeiture. That's right. Texas law can permanently seize your car if it's tied to racing. High stakes, fast cars, and zero patience from the bench.
Best be on the lookout. It's any moment. They're going to file a felony warrant on you for your probation case upstairs. Give me questions, sir.
Sure.
I'm not going to talk about the case. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say they can use against you. Hey, do you have any other questions? Okay. Would you like me to provide you with a lawyer? You're going to go hire a lawyer. Okay. So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your conditions with pre-trial. Don't mess these up. You understand? Because if I find that you act like you're like a fool in the free world, I'm going to take the free world away from you. And chances are, you said you live with your mother. Does your mother work or no? What does she do? Are you mom?
I'm mom.
Come on up.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Tahita Lovings, and sorry. And he does live with me.
Let's not talk about the case. Did you hear what happened?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You heard everything?
Yes, sir. We are in the process of working to obtain a lawyer, and we just wanted to get a reset today.
This is one of the most powerful educational moments in the session. The judge breaks down asset forfeiture. If you race, your car can legally become fruit of a crime and be confiscated. The law changed in Texas to make this easier, and this judge isn't bluffing. Her warning? Crystal clear. Keep racing and that car you love becomes state property. Period.
what kind of resources you have, but
Yeah, I'm able to afford it. I work for a multinational beauty company.
okay. So I have put strict bond conditions on him. I have put a GPS monitor on him. I told him not to go back to the location that he was, not to be in possession of weapons.
Okay. He will not.
Okay, is there anything else you would like me to add to it?
I just want to make sure that because of his autism, that I have the opportunity to stand with him and because of his understanding and things of that nature. But outside of that, no, sir.
Okay. Is he able to obtain a job? Do you think he can?
He actually, my friend is opening a bakery in September, so she already agreed. Like the day that this stuff happened, she had come by the house to talk to him about a job.
And I think that that would be good. As I was telling Mr. Lovings, that too much time he becomes self-destructive, and then I don't know if that's what's happening, where he's just not keeping himself engaged enough with other things to keep him out. You know, I would be careful because, like I told him, he's on probation for a
Yes,
very
sir.
serious case. And so,
Yes, sir. And we were right in the process of getting that tried to early terminated, but yeah, I got the attorney.
I'm with you. If you ever need anything, just come back to us. Let us know. We can help you as much as we can. But so for now, I'm going to have him go sign a reset, and then I'm going to have him take a seat in the jury box while we get the bond conditions. We'll have him sign it, and then you guys will be free to go.
Okay.
Tracy, you can waive the fee, please. Okay, waive the fee. Okay. All right. Good luck, Mr. Lovins.
Right this way.
When the judge hits defendant Varela with, "You drive again, you're going to jail," she's not exaggerating. Repeat offenders face immediate contempt hearings, 6 months behind bars per violation. What's fascinating here is the psychological tone. She isn't angry. She's protective. "My only concern is public safety." It's a motherly reprimand with legal teeth, and it lands hard.
Oh,
Judge, counsel sent me an email saying that he was without power. And,
who is counsel?
Blake, Derek Blake, he's on the original case that he's on.
Does he have a phone number so I can call him, perhaps?
You can try,
Let me call him.
Judge, he said he had a lot of damage to his phone. Do you want his phone number?
I got it right here.
Okay.
Is it the 281-435?
That's what I have, yes.
Clerk's office, Christina.
Hi, this is Judge Fleisch in Court 5. Is Eric around?
No, I'm sorry, he's not. We have no service. I'm in an area, I'm sitting right now at McDonald's.
Does he have a cell phone that it can make a call to us?
It's forwarded over to my phone and he doesn't answer it to my phone.
Okay, I guess I'm going to appoint someone in the interest of justice to this gentleman because I have to do probable cause and he's picked up another case while he's on bond. So,
Who is that?
Mr. Mueller, this is
Okay.
Jonathan Mueller who's picked up another racing case.
Okay, no
So,
problem, I'll let him know.
you know, and yeah, if you want, did you get my phone number from this? Don't say it out loud though, but did you get my phone number?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, you can give him this. This is my cell phone.
Now the tone shifts dramatically. Indecent exposure and evading arrest. The courtroom gets tense. The defendant admits to the act and then flees. The judge's frustration is palpable. She's balancing compassion with control, warning the man about violating probation. When she says, "You act like a fool in the free world, I'll take the free world away from you." That's not metaphor. It's legal fact. Probation is freedom with conditions.
Okay. Are you Jason Bryant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bryant, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You also have a gun case as well. On that one, you're also facing up to a year. Please don't say anything. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 23rd, 2024, at approximately 2:30 in the morning, officers were dispatched to a crash call in Harris County. A witness stated that he arrived after the accident, where he observed the defendant sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine still on. And then he saw the defendant get out of the vehicle and sit by a tree. Upon arrival, officers observed the defendant be sitting under a tree near the vehicle, which was and he was being treated by the HFD. The defendant's vehicle was stopped with the right front bumper damage, windshield snapped, the windows down, and the glove box open. Officers found a loaded handgun on the sidewalk with another magazine nearby and a single 9mm live munition near the firearm. Officers observed bloodshot, watery eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of alcohol coming from the defendant's breath. The defendant was unable to walk due to his injuries. The defendant admitted to driving, crashing, and owning the firearm, and he admitted to consuming alcohol. The defendant was transported to
Here's the emotional core of the episode. The defendant's mother steps in, pleading for understanding due to her son's autism. The judge listens respectfully, not dismissively, and reminds her that accountability and compassion must coexist. It's a rare window into humanity within the law. For all the tension and formality, this moment reminds us the justice system is made up of people trying to balance mercy and order.
It was a aggravated DWI liquor out of Alva, Oklahoma in 2012.
How long ago?
2012.
2012. Any other DWIs?
No, not I see, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bryan, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
I do.
I am now placing a restriction on your driver's license. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Likewise, you're ordered not to consume alcohol or drugs. We're going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal substance, likewise, we'll revoke your bond and put you in jail. No excuse. I don't care where the positive test comes from. I don't care if it's alcohol, a tequila, a lollipop, hair dye, cakes, candies, foods, gums. I don't care. Look at whatever you put in your body because there's no excuse. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have a drug or alcohol problem, you better address it because if you don't, and I see it becomes a problem, I will do it for you and I will put you in a treatment facility in the jail in a heartbeat. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
I see that you do have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you do, I will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Penman. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. She'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get retraced for your bond conditions, and then we'll see you soon. And we'll have you just waiting back for your lawyer as well, okay? Please. All problems, you better address it.
And there it is, a day in court that covers everything from neighborhood rage to reckless racing and raw redemption. We've seen emotions flare, laws enforced, and humanity peek through the protocol. From Caroline's impulsive reaction to high-speed consequences and a mother's fight for her son's future, this courtroom proved that justice isn't just about punishment. It's about lessons. If you found these cases as intense as we did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, where we turn legal chaos into clear, compelling stories. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and respect the law.